What's going on, everyone? Trevor Hansen here with the Wake Channel, wishing you a happy new year. We're excited to get this new year started, and with the new year comes boat show season. So we wanted to go over a couple of tips, if you will, things to think about when you're headed to your boat show, and just give you a couple things to consider if you're going to go to a boat show and if you're looking for a new boat this year. So let's jump into it. One of the first suggestions that I make to people when they ask me what to do at a boat show is to do a bunch of research before you get to the show. So it's a really good idea to jump online. There's a ton of resources out there. Figure out a couple different makes and models that you want to look at. If you just go blindly into the boat show, it can be very overwhelming. There's hundreds of dealerships there, there's thousands of boats, and it can be quite overwhelming. So it's a good idea to go online, read some forums, check out different models and sizes, different manufacturers that you think are something that you want to look at, and just have a list and go and attack those boats. And of course, you're going to see other stuff while you're there, and that's fine. But go ahead and make a list and do some research and have a couple models picked out that's something that you definitely know you want to look at. Once you do your research and you're actually at the boat show, make sure that you really examine each boat carefully. You're not going to get in too many opportunities like a boat show where you've got each make and model that are very close to one another, that are all lit up well and nicely on display. So now is your time to really tear the boat apart and see everything that you want to see. So don't be scared to jump in the boat, look underneath all the seats, check out all the compartments, look at the fit and finish of the boat, check the interior out, make sure that it looks like it's put together well, and compare the models. Run from one booth to the next, and if you see something that you like on a particular model, run back to the other model that you were looking at and see if it has that same feature. Check out things like what's plastic on the boat and what's made out of billet or aluminum, what the screws look like on the bottom side of the compartments. Really check the fit and finish, and just make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. So my third piece of advice would be just to recognize that the boat show is a place where everyone is trying to sell you something. So just be mindful of that. When you go into the boat show, that's why I recommend to do research before and have some knowledge on the boats and understand what features your family is going to use in the boat. So if you go into the boat show and you know that you guys want to do some wake surfing, you're going to do some wakeboarding, don't go buy something that you can't do either one of those things on. There might be a brand out there that specializes in runabout boats, but they also have a boat that can surf. They're going to try to sell you on it. But if it's not going to work and it doesn't have the features that you need, then just cross that one off, and you don't need it just because the guy's a good salesperson. And the same is true for value of boats. So just because something costs a lot of money or it has the most amount of features doesn't mean that it's the best fit for your family. So just be price conscious, be feature conscious, and don't get caught up into too much of the sales techniques that everyone uses. There's a lot of features on boats that you either do or don't need, and just recognize those for your family and the way that you're going to use the boat. Fourth piece of advice is be mindful of all the incentives that are offered there at the boat shows. There are a ton of different things that are available to you from the manufacturers, from dealerships. Everyone throws in some perks. The dealers spend a lot of money to be there at the boat shows, and they want to sell some boats, they want to sell some product. So be mindful of the incentives. Pay attention to what kind of warranties are being offered. There's going to be extended warranties most of the time. They're going to give you free product. Occasionally, might be an extra set of racks, or it might be a new wake surf board or a new wakeboard. There's tons of different things that they offer as incentives, so just make sure that you know what those are and ask about them. Tip number 5 is set up a demo. You're at the boat show, you're seeing all the boats on the trailers or on display, and that's great. It's nice to be able to go through all of them, but it's really hard to replace an on-the-water experience. So most dealers at the boat shows will allow you to set up a demo. Most of the time you can put down a fully refundable deposit that will hold your spot, whether you're going to order one or whether you're going to take one from the dealership, and that will allow you to actually get out and get one on the water. So ask the dealers about that. I always recommend to people, if you've got a couple different boats that you're looking at and you're torn between them, man, put a deposit down on 2 different boats. They're fully refundable deposits. go get those boats out on the water, and that'll give you the peace of mind that you've bought the boat that's going to work the best for you and that you've gotten the best deal. My last little piece of advice for the boat shows is that there is just a lot going on at the boat shows. There's tons of different vendors. There's people that sell towels. There's people that sell dock stuff. They sell all kinds of stuff at the boat shows. There's pro riders and pro surfers that are at each show. Go find these people. Go talk to a pro rider. They might be able to give you some trick tips. They might be able to tell you what kind of board would work good for you. And then you might be able to get one that's on sale there at the boat show. So take advantage of the boat shows. They're a great place to go and bring the family, let everyone walk around, see all the new product, and just enjoy yourself. You'll be glad that you did. Thanks.